now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, and I'm back with the content. But before we get to the content, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop it. Now, we're going to do a reaction to Young and Hefe. He don't care about nothing but what the checks say. And the title of this one is, This S, I'm talking about BRICC Baby LUCE Cannon tried to get me to snitch on Big U. Man, I'm having a field day with this content. I'm not gonna lie, man. They tell my man, cover that Diddy. He over there with Gray. I don't care nothing about Diddy right now. They said, man, cover that. I don't care about none of that, man. Oh yeah. To them people that got killed out there in Chicago, man, what's his name? King Von partners. I don't know their name. I don't really want to too much speak on that if I don't really know nothing about it, but we will be doing that, man. Rest in peace to them guys. But we're gonna get back to this. This is what they want to hear, y'all. So anyway, man, LUCE Cannon trying to get BRICC Baby to tell, man, LUCE Cannon name been drugged through the mud, and they say, man, that's messed up that y'all keep on covering content on them dudes when they fighting an open case. Well, at this point, man, who gives? Nobody care. Nobody care. I really don't care. I don't care because, you know, Big U was, they was dragging him through the mud every day, all day. That's all he was talking about. He was talking about everybody else. So, hey, man, we gon' listen, man, kick him while he down. Hey, somebody said, man, you must work for whack, because I don't work for nobody. I don't work for nobody. It's a whole lot of channels that cover the whack content all day. Y'all go over there and subscribe to them channels and listen to that, man. I'm talking about the dude who's the top headline right now. Yeah, we talking about him, the one that was talking about Big U every day. So we're going to get to this, man. This is Young and Hefe, and he don't care about nothing but what the checks say. Let's go.
The recipients of Hot Topics: BRICC Baby, LUCE Cannon, Big U. Let's get right off into it. I'm pretty sure I spun many segments like this, and they seem to keep on coming back. But in this segment, I just like to point out the activity of human beings and people. I just like to point out people activity, you know what I'm saying? These are the times when you're supposed to stand on integrity. You know, people be saying they snitch bashing, people be calling people snitches.
Hey, listen here, man. Nobody care about all that shit. We don't care if they snitch bashing and calling them snitches enough. We calling it shit how we see it. His ass in there telling everything, man. We don't care about what they saying. They sending out cease and desist letters and all that shit. Who gives? We don't care about none of that shit. We gonna tell it how it is, man. His ass been telling. Let's get back to this though.
People be acting like they own that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like really confused, you know what I'm saying? I'm really confused, and it's like, where are the answers at for this type of activity? When is the man gonna stand up when this type of activity is being displayed, instead of just being, oh, well, I didn't participate in it, or I didn't do it, so it ain't me, it don't fall on me. It do fall on you. When you got that trash on your doorstep and you don't take care of that trash, you become that trash, or that trash start to fall out on your doorstep and it starts to affect you. And when people come to pick up that trash, you or that doorstep can be a part of that trash. So look, y'all know BRICC Baby and LUCE Cannon been beefing. I spun segments pertaining to that. Before the beef went on, I was questioning how they was not beefing because of the things LUCE Cannon was hopping out there saying, and by way of his wife and or girlfriend or whoever she may be to him, the content she was putting out there. A lot of these narratives and things was debunking BRICC Baby and speaking down on his character. So, finally, BRICC Baby had enough, and it seemed like they coolness overran its course quick. And they got into it, from them getting into it.
They've been getting into it. They've been getting into it. They've been getting into it for a long time on this internet. We've been seeing them go back and forth. They done sat in front of each other and all that. They didn't even went to that jail cell and still had an opportunity to duke it out. And we still running content about these two motherfuckers beefing. And these two motherfuckers ain't did shit yet. They ain't did nothing yet. And you know, it's crazy. I know they said, man, No, I just call it straight down the middle, man. These dudes is some professional finessers, man. They finessing the whole YouTube community. They broke over there, man. I done seen Loose Cannon girl. She done went and got a microphone. She done went and got a goddamn microphone, and she didn't even go to the nigga court date the other day. Her ass is online running the live while this nigga is up in court. They say he up in there looking like George Jefferson. They say the whole top of his shit is gone. He gray as a motherfucker. And she ain't go to court. You know why she ain't go to court? She didn't want to see that raggedy ass shit.
They removed Loose Cannon from that floor and placed him up there on that floor with Lil Durk. Now, in this recording I'm about to play for you guys, toward the end of the recording, Adam 22 is going to speak, and Adam 22 is going to speak about BRICC Baby, about their little problems they had and how they got over it, how he just sent BRICC Baby some money, and how he spoke on sending BRICC Baby some money, but ain't heard nothing from BRICC Baby. Adam say he mentions
who did Adam send the money to? Did he send it directly to BRICC Baby, or did he send it to BRICC Baby's girl? And no disrespect, I say this in the most respectful as gangster's hood way as possible. Because it could be a possibility if he gave it to his girl, she ain't gave it to his ass, and she ain't answering his phone call. She might have went and spent that little bread.
Loose Cannon named it BRICC Baby by way of BRICC Baby calling him, because BRICC Baby got the message that Adam sent saying he ain't heard from him or his girl since he gave money up. BRICC Baby.
How much money did he send this girl? Somebody said it's up in the air that he sent her $5,000 to give to him. Shit. You know what she could do with $5,000? Because we ain't seen the BRICC Baby video on this motherfucker yet. Now, I ain't saying it's true or none of that. You know what I'm saying? We just, I like to use common sense with shit. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker out here broke and you send them $5,000 talking about sending it to a nigga in the jailhouse, shit, she might have kept that 5 G's. Let's go.
They call in, they chat for a minute. Loose Cannon name come up by way of Adam 22 telling BRICC Baby that Wack is about to drop some bombs like weight and drop some info that's pointing towards Loose Cannon being an informant and or snitching to try to find his way out of jail. Amongst this phone call, BRICC Baby come out and say some shocking things. Oh man, basically y'all late. I been on that. He been on that. That's why me and him got into it. The narrative he's spinning and putting out there, that's really why we got into it, because he was trying to get me to snitch. He was trying to get me to get on some cop time.
BRICC Baby ain't said nothing. I don't believe that. I don't believe BRICC Baby said that Loose Cannon tried to get him to snitch and he didn't come to the internet and go viral. These is two viral sensations. They didn't put on more hits than Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, and Prince together. They've been putting on hits on the internet. They running them numbers up. So I don't believe that Loose Cannon tried to get BRICC Baby to snitch. I think Loose Cannon went up in that motherfucker and told BRICC Baby, I'm about to snitch. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do, but I'm fit to go snitch.
And for me, it's just like, y'all know how I be on Loose Cannon line, but for me, like, BRICC, why put that out there now when Adam spoke on it?
Exactly.
Now, if you was just trying to, like, keep your mouth shut and didn't want to speak on the situation because you fighting the case and you don't want to get a charge, you know what I'm saying, or you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, have anything placed on you for when you come to court saying that you was speaking on Loose Cannon and trying to place this man's life in danger, why would Adam speak on it? You say you been on that, and that's what he been on. He was trying to turn you to a cop.
Right.
You should have been placed that out there to
exactly.
the public.
Come
you know
on.
Besides him,
preach, young man. Preach it.
BPS, boy, you was trying to turn me to a police.
Yeah, right.
That's why we got into it. You was on that cop time,
preach.
And I was checking you about it.
Mm-hmm.
But that type of checking don't come by way of the mouthpiece. BRICC Baby should have boo-bop Loose Cannon, or they should have got down. Somebody should have.
Boy, he preaching like a motherfucker. Yeah, BRICC, you was supposed to put your foot so far up in his ass, they had to get one of them old tow trucks with the chain on it, wrap it around your goddamn waist, and drag you up out his ass. If he was trying to turn you to a snitch as much as that on hood and all that old shit you be talking on the dead homies, he should have been the goddamn dead homie.
Should have got they whoop, and it should have came out that Loose Cannon was informing and trying to play police roles and antics, and BRICC wasn't for it. But now when Adam says something, BRICC one of the drops the oopsie daisy. So let's get into this content, and y'all already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
He calls me. We spend maybe the first 5 minutes talking about the fact that Lil Durk, we can get into this more. Lil Durk basically he had his bail revoked or they didn't give him a bail.
Freeway call.
Because of the fact that he got on stream with academics on a three-way call.
He didn't know.
With LUCE.
That ain't why they denied his bail. That ain't why they denied his bail. They weren't letting his ass out anyway. He's a millionaire, and they want some of that money. Yeah, they want him to tell on any other crimes that he might tell on. He the best candidate to have up in the feds. A nigga that was a millionaire living that lifestyle, want to get back out there. They know he knows something that's going on in Chicago with all them hot ones and murders that's going on out there. They trying to see if he know anything. That phone call ain't what kept his ass up in there.
Cannon, which, to be fair, seems kind of innocent. A lot of people wouldn't know that that's something that's real strict you're not supposed to do.
I sent you the content. Durk had no idea.
Yeah.
Listen, what LUCE did was tell the world, hey, I'm finna get Durk on, come on this. Hey, act. I'm gonna get Durk on Durk. So act like, okay, cool. Whole time, Durk don't know. He oblivious to it. He get on the phone, he say, hey, Durk, act wanna talk to you.
Right.
Durk here, act. It's act.
Got a relationship.
He think it's just a call.
Right.
He ain't knowing that this fool been promoting academics is gonna interview Durk on my YouTube channel.
That is true. We all knew about this before it happened.
He playing the game.
He was
so when Durk gets on the phone, he thinking he just talking to Ack on the call. He ain't knowing it's live being recorded. Dude, girl is sitting there faking like she's the interviewer. In the middle of him talking to Ack, she says, so let me ask you a question, Durk. Are you closer to your family now that you're in jail?
Weak ass question.
Durk is like, but see, she had to say something to make it look like this what it was.
It's the interview.
So Durk the whole time is thinking he just talking to Ack on.
When I seen that, the first thing I said was, how did Loose Cannon's wife get academics and, have Loose Cannon to get Lil Durk on the phone call? I was puzzled by that. So coming to find out, he didn't know that he was getting recorded. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I said, man, she must got some bomb scully. We used to call head skull back in the day. She must got some good skull that she didn't promise academics to make this go down. Cause I didn't understand how she was able to pull that off.
On the call. By the time he realizes that, think about it, Durk could have called anybody, got a crazy back, anybody if he wanted to talk to anybody, including that. He not finna wait to call a dude. He like, yo, Act on the phone, he asking for you. So you like, well, fuck it, is Act.
Okay, well, that was the first couple minutes of my conversation with BRICC Baby. And, we also handled the conversation about, like, I had a clip where I said that ever since I sent BRICC money, I ain't heard from him or his girl. And he just made it clear that there's been a lot of shit going on in the prison that he's in or the jail that he's in or whatever. And he didn't have a chance to call or whatever. It was all good. But then he hit me with a whopper.
What?
He told me that Loose Cannon, I mentioned to him, I go, Wax got a whole thing coming that he's been kind of.
Come on, Adam. Come on, Adam. Can we just stop the ring around the rosy shit and just get straight to the shit? Let's get to it. What's going on? What did he tell you? Come on, man.
Slowly letting out where he's basically like revealing all this information he has that suggests that Loose Cannon's a snitch. BRICC said, man, you telling me that motherfucker was trying to get me to tell just the other day, like before they moved him to a separate section or whatever. He said that actually that's what they got into because he said that Loose Cannon was basically encouraging him to start working the way that he's been working. Now, people out there watching this,
I told you.
There are different sides to BRICC Baby. There's the trolling side of BRICC Baby. There's the fucking around, lying ass.
Why y'all acting like y'all surprised that a motherfucker is working when he sat at this table with all y'all ass and was working? Come on, man. Y'all man, listen, man. He was working in front of y'all. Nobody said nothing when the moment he got on that microphone and he said, Big U did this and did that. He was working then. That was hood business that did not supposed to be on the internet. That was something he was supposed to go right over there to the set, have a meeting with the homies, and like cuz is doing this, he doing that, and we gotta handle this right here, right now. Matter of fact, that was supposed to be the play. It wasn't supposed to be on the internet or none of that. So if you come from the streets, then you automatically know right then and there what he was doing was working. It's a lot of stuff that the YouTubers is on the internet doing is working. It's working activity. You might not be linked up with them people, but them people could damn sure come back on this internet and replay all this shit at any given time and use this shit in the court of a law. They ain't got to have you on no microphone or no transcripts or no paperwork doing no telling. The internet, this is the new way. They didn't have this back in the days. If they would have had this shit back in the days, the whole gang culture would have been over by now, because the internet would have told so much crimes and evidence that they wouldn't even need nobody to come in the courtroom and tell. So if this shit was set up back then, it would have been over. This is the new transcripts. This is the new paperwork. When you get your ass on the internet and talk about shit you ain't got no business that's supposed to be handled in the hood, in the sector, that's where it's supposed to be handled at. Not on YouTube. Y'all going into Young and Hefe. He don't care about nothing what the check say. In case y'all want to know how his page look, let me go over here and show y'all. This is Young and Hefe's page. He be dropping that ism, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I remember when he first started on here, he didn't move his way up. But anyway, man, it's Compton Rick Rob, Compton Rick Rock TV. Leave y'all thoughts and comments in the comment section. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.